It's senior day here in Phoenix as the Lopes looks to steal a win on getaway day after coming up a little bit short against Stephanie Madrigal and Shy Smith on the circle yesterday, with Lexi Coons looking to adjust as she gets a second crack at this Redhawks lineup on this Saturday afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside the GCU Softball Stadium for the final game of the 2021 regular season as the Seattle Redhawks take on the Grand Canyon University Lopes before both squads head to Seattle for the Western Athletic Conference Tournament on Thursday. Jack O'Hara here with you as the Lopes look to finish off their 2021 campaign with a victory after dropping the first two games of this three-game set Saturday afternoon. Stephanie Madrigal and Shy Smith pitched as advertised in both games, with both pitchers going the distance on Friday. Madrigal got a ton of run support early on in Game 1 as the Redhawks offense broke out for 7 runs on 9 hits in those first 3 innings en route to that victory in Game 1. And, of course, Shy Smith was able to pick up a win in a 7-inning performance after her team picked up 3 unanswered runs in that 7th inning. Lexi Coons again on the mound for the Lopes, as we'll take a look at her record. 3 wins, 5 losses. Picked up that 5th loss yesterday in that 7th inning. Again, had a tough time finding the strike zone. We'll look to make an adjustment here today, here in Game 3, as the Lopes look to take the final game of this 3-game set as we take a look at the starting lineups for those Seattle Redhawks, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Olivia Vigiano had those 2 RBIs in Game 1 yesterday. She leads things off. She's in center field. Allie Choate in right field bats second. Bailey Thompson, the catcher, bats third. Madison Cathcart at first base. She gave the Lopes a ton of trouble yesterday. She cleans things up. Carly Nance on the circle today for Seattle. She bats 5th. Cherise Sylvan in left field bats 6th. Mackenzie Matarcoro, she's the designated hitter, batting 7th. Allison Matriati at third base. She bats 8th. And Lily Garcia at second base. She rounds out the Seattle order. She hits 9th. And, of course, the Lopes giving the Redhawks a run for their money in Game 2 yesterday. Tabitha Dyer on the circle in Game number 2, going 5 innings of work, only allowing 2 earned runs. Kristen Fifield with those 2 home runs, a solo shot in Game 1 in the bottom of the 4th, a go-ahead 2-run shot in the bottom of the 6th in Game 2. As the Lopes offense will look to break out early against Carly Nance, the number 3 pitcher in that rotation, looking to mow down that Lopes offense. It looks like we are ready to go here in Phoenix. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike, count 0-1, and we are underway. Like I mentioned, Olivia Vigiano with those 2 RBIs in Game 1 yesterday, giving Seattle a 4-0 cushion early on against Ryan Denhart. She quickly falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes as she foul tips that one into the glove of Kaylee Dietrich. And the Lopes will honor their 5 seniors following this game here again in the season finale, the regular season finale here at home at GCU Softball Stadium. And the 0-2 delivery misses outside. Count now moves to 1-2. Of course, Lexi coming on in relief of Tabitha Dyer in that 6th inning yesterday. Got herself into a little bit of trouble, got herself out of a bases-loaded 2-out jam, with her team only down by 1 run, 2-1 going into that 6th inning. Before the Lopes were able to take that 3-2 lead on the home run by Fifield. Lexi Coons would come back out for the 7th inning, with the Lopes only needing 3 outs to pick up a victory in Game 2. Walked Vigiano on 4 pitches to lead off that inning before exiting. That's the 2-2 pitch. Ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So a nice start for this Seattle offense as Vigiano picks up another hit. Runner on first base and nobody out. Allie Choate picked up 3 hits yesterday for the Seattle offense as well. Went 2 for 4 in Game 1, picked up a hit against Tabitha Dyer in Game 2. We talked about yesterday, Seattle only 1 game behind New Mexico State, currently now tied at the top of the Western Athletic Conference. After Seattle took both games here at GCU yesterday, New Mexico State splitting their 2 games yesterday against California Baptist. A 10-2 victory in Game 1 for the Aggies. They dropped the second game out in California Baptist 2-0 as that pitch misses outside, and Coons quickly falling behind Choate here, 2 balls and no strikes. So with a win here today, a California Baptist win over the Aggies, Seattle Redhawks would clinch the Western Athletic Conference title here in 2021. That one dribbled slowly in front of Coons. But it's going to be called a foul ball, so Choate will retreat back to home plate as the count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Eric Jones, the home plate umpire on this Saturday afternoon. Paul Eds over at first base. Anita Robinette over at third base. That is your umpiring crew for this entire weekend series between the Lopes and the Redhawks. Two-one pitch on the outside corner. The count now leveled up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coons having a tough time yesterday finding the zone, falling behind quickly here on Choate, but doing a great job bouncing back. Vigiano looking to get a good jump off of first. 2-2 offering, spoiled foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. Again, was an offensive affair in those first 3 innings in Game 1 for Seattle. 7 runs on 9 hits against both Ryan Denhart and Sydney Sahar. Sahar would go on to retire 10 in a row before allowing 2 hits in that 7th inning. Get herself into and out of trouble. The Lopes, again, unable to figure out Stephanie Madrigal despite those 2 home runs. Off the bat of Angeli Aguilar-Bocage, and then, of course, Kristen Fifield with a solo shot in the 4th inning. Another 2-2 pitch, cut on a miss, throw down to second, and plenty of time for the strike him out, throw him out, double play. Just what Lexi Coons needed in this first inning, as there's 2 outs and nobody on. So Choate fouling off a couple of tough pitches there against the Lopes senior right-hander. Waves through that 2-2 offering on the outside part of the plate, and then a perfect throw by Kaylee Dietrich behind the dish to nab Vigiano trying to steal second. So with 2 outs and nobody aboard, Bailey Thompson, the senior catcher, now digs in for the Redhawks. Picked up a leadoff double against Tabitha Dyer in Game 2 yesterday. Her only hit in this series thus far. Tucson native entering her final 2021 regular season game here in her 4th and final year with the Redhawks. Rips that one in the air, deep left center field. Going back is Fifield. She's at the track, at the wall. That one's going to bounce up and over the wall for a ground rule double. So Thompson has a 2-out extra base at her 2nd double in as many games, putting a runner in scoring position for Seattle. Fifield had a beat on it. May have lost that one in the sun. The sun giving the Lopes defense a little bit of trouble early on in Game 1 yesterday. And nonetheless, there's a runner on second base, 2 outs, and now Madison Cathcart again drove in 5 runs yesterday, has another opportunity to drive in a runner right here. First pitch, just off the plate, count 1-0. Cathcart with a 2-run home run in her first at-bat in Game 1 yesterday against Ryan Denhart, drove in another run in the 3rd inning of that game with an RBI double. And, of course, the big hit in the 7th inning yesterday against Sydney Sahar. 2-run double with the bases loaded and nobody out. As Seattle was able to retake the lead, they tack on 1 more to pick up the victory in Game 2, giving Shai Smith her 9th victory of the year, moving to 9-7. Stephanie Madrigal moving from 8-5 to 9-5. 2-0 pitch. On the outside corner, perfectly placed there by Coons. The count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. The Lopes honoring the Redhawks seniors before the first pitch today. Allie Choate, Bailey Thompson, Madison Cathcart. Of course, all entering their final season. Cut on and missed. Count now moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes, so Coons once again does a nice job battling her way back into this count. And she looks to get out of this first inning unscathed. Gets a sign from Dietrich. Here's the 2-2 offering from Coons. That one blooped in the air to short. Aguilar-Bocage has it, and that'll do it here in the top of the first. No runs on 2 hits. Seattle leaves 1 aboard. At the end of a half inning of play, it's Seattle nothing. And your Grand Canyon University Lopes coming to bat.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
We move to the bottom of the first here in Phoenix. Seattle with 2 hits, no runs. They leave 1 runner aboard as we take a look at the Lopes starting lineup on this Saturday afternoon. Again, presented by Talking Stick Resort. Gianna Nicoletti in left field leads things off. Christine Bellavia in right field bats second. Lily Bishop at first base bats third. Savannah Torville cleans things up. She's at second base. Kristen Fifield, the 2 home runs yesterday, she bats fifth and in center field. Angelique Aguilar-Bocage with a 2-run blast in game 1 yesterday. She's at short batting sixth. Kaylee Holland, the designated hitter, batting seventh. Kaylee Dietrich, the catcher, batting eighth. And, of course, Araceli Pescara at third base. She rounds out the Lopes order, batting ninth against the right-hander Carly Nance on this Saturday afternoon. Stephanie Madrigal moving to 9-5 yesterday in Game 1. Shy Smith moving to 9-7 in Game 2. Carly Nance coming into this one with a 2.77 ERA. 7 wins, 4 losses. Giving up 27 earned runs and 68 in a third innings pitched thus far this season. She'll battle here with Gianna Nicoletti. 53 hits on her campaign as that pitch misses outside, count 1-0. Had a tough go-around against Madrigal and Smith yesterday. Looking to start this bottom half of the first inning right for this Lopes offense. Pitch clips the outside corner there. Count now moves to 1-1. Nance has thrown 6 complete games on the season and 9 starts. He's only allowed 16 extra base hits in those 69 innings of work. As that one slapped the other way. Going to be a tough play for Milder. Sets her feet, fires across. Just gets Nicoletti by about a half a step for the 6-3 put out, and there's one away. So Gianna Nicoletti does a nice job slapping that one deep in the hole at short, but Brooke Milder able to get it on one hop and throw it across the diamond for out number 1. Tabitha Dyer getting the start in right field in both games yesterday. Got the start in right field in Game 1. Got the start on the circle in Game 2 in the 2-hole for Coach Pearson. But Christine Bellavia, the senior, getting the start in right field today, batting second. Was able to lay off that pitch up in the zone as the count moves to 1-0. Bellavia hitting .333 in just a limited amount of plate appearances here in 2021. It's a 1-0 pitch, slapped up the middle, through the hole and into center field for a 1-out base hit. So Bellavia picks up a single. The Lopes have themselves a 1-out base runner, and that'll bring up Lily Bishop. Nice piece of hitting by the Lopes senior left-handed bat there. Not trying to do too much with that one. Wilder having to go to her left on that one. Up the middle, unable to get a glove on it. Lily Bishop hitting .278 on the year, 35 hits. driven in 22 runs. First pitch, just off the outside corner. Count now moves to 1-0 on Bishop. Lopes offense looking to break out the same way the Red Hawks did in Game 1 yesterday. Again, didn't have too many opportunities offensively. Used the long ball. That one's fouled off. Check swing there by Bishop. Count now leveled at a ball and a strike. We're able to get on the board early in game number 2 against Shi Smith, loading the bases with 1 out in the second inning. Kaylee Dietrich able to lift the ball in the air for a sacrifice fly to put the Lopes up 1-0 and keep that lead until the 4th inning. Of course, Seattle was able to knot things up at 1 apiece. Did Bishop go around? No, she did not, says the first base umpire Paul Ed. So the count now moves to 2-1 on the Lopes first baseman. Again, Seattle's pitching staff leading the Western Athletic Conference in earned run average. Top 3 spots, Nance, Madrigal, and Smith. That one into the left center field gap. Going to be a close play at home plate as Bellavia rounds third. She's going to go in standing up. It's a long RBI single for Lily Bishop, and the Lopes break out in front early. It's 1-0 here in the first. A wide open hole in the hole there at short. Bishop finds it, scorches it into the left center field gap. Nice job by Vigiano cutting that one off. But Bellavia utilizing her speed, scoring all the way from first base to give the Lopes an early run here on this Saturday afternoon. So Bishop now has 23 runs batted in, and that'll bring up Savannah Torville. Exactly what the Lopes offense wants to do early on in this game. Again, that 2.77 ERA for Carly Nance coming into this game. Trying to complete the sweep for Seattle. Looking to limit the damage to just 1 run now. 2 hits for the Lopes against Seattle's southpaw. First pitch at Torville, ripped down the left field line and a hook foul. And Bishop will retreat back to first base. So Torville not wasting any time, swinging at the first pitch, well over the heart of the plate. Ripping that one foul down the left field line. .345 average for Savannah Torville. 41 hits, 18 runs batted in. .1-0 pitch, misses up. Count now a ball and a strike. And both teams headed to Seattle with the WAC tournament starting on Thursday. A big game today for the Red Hawks, though. All knotted up at the top of the standings with New Mexico State looking for a win. The pitch clips the outside corner, leveling the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Torville. Currently a 5-1 New Mexico State lead over California Baptist in the bottom of the 4th inning. As a 2-2 offering, slap the other way and foul, so we'll do it again at 2-2. 5 runs on 5 hits through 4 innings of play for the Aggies against California Baptist. The Lancers with just 1 hit through 4 innings against New Mexico State this afternoon. .2-2 pitch, just off the outside corner and low. So Savannah Torville, again, fouling off a couple of tough pitches here against Nance, is able to work the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, ripped up the middle, and into right center field for a base hit. Vigiano once again cuts it off in the gap. Moving from first to third is Bishop. She slides in safely. It's a single for Savannah Torville. And the hits keep on coming for the Lopes here in the first. They now have 3. Putting runners on the corners with 1 out. Now Kristen Fifield. And providing the Lopes with 3 runs on 2 swings of the bat yesterday. A solo home run in Game 1 in the 4th, a 2-run shot in the 6th in Game 2. We'll get a crack here against Nance. We'll get a mound visit here as Seattle looks to calm down their left-hander. And 1 run on 3 hits already in this inning. Looks like we'll get a pinch runner for Savannah Torville over there at first base. Not the start Carly Nance envisioned. Coming into this start looking to pick up her 8th win. Lopes looking to hand her 5th loss in her final regular season start.
Pitch running for GCU now on third base, number 47, Jordan Pearson.
Jordan Pearson now pinch running for the Lopes over there at third base.
For GCU, the center fielder,
So Savannah Torville will stay over there at first base. So with runners on the corners and 1 out, Fifield looks to drive in yet another run in this series. 340 average, 49 hits, 30 runs batted in with those 3 RBIs yesterday. Pitch misses outside, count 1-0. And it's able to nab the corner there, then even up the count out a ball and a strike. Looking to get Fifield to hit a ball on the ground here, looking for an inning-ending double play. Shy Smith was able to get the game-ending 6-4-3 double play yesterday to salvage that 5-3 victory. That one ripped down the left field line in a slice foul, 1 hop up against the wall. So a loud strike number 2. Fifield will retreat. One-two pitch fouled straight back. Healthy hack there by the Lopes center fielder. But we'll do it again at 1-2. And utilizing all of the field yesterday, ripping a single up the middle in her first at-bat in the 2nd inning against Madrigal. Of course, the solo shot deep over the right field wall. 2-run shot in Game 2 yesterday over the left field wall. Taps that one slowly to short. It's going to score a run as Milder gets the shore out at first base. It's an RBI for Fifield. She now has 31 on the season, her 4th of the series, and the Lopes take a 2-0 lead. So that'll put a runner on second base and 2 outs. Angela Aguilar-Bocage digging in. Hit that 2-run home run against Madrigal to cut the lead in half, making it a 4-2 game early on in Game 1 yesterday. Has another opportunity to drive in at least one with a single here. Outfield playing fairly deep. That one's fouled off. Count 0-1. 325 average, 41 hits, 23 ribbies. Misses up. Count now moves to 1-1. Has been a solid defender in the hole at short all season long for Coach Pearson. Had 1 error yesterday in the 1st inning, leading to the Cathcart 2-run home run against Ryan Denhart. The only error for the Lopes on that Friday afternoon. That one popped in the air. We'll see if it stays in play. It will, as Thompson hauls it in for the final out, but not before the Lopes score 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1 runner on second. We'll go to the 2nd. It's GCU 2, Seattle nothing. You're watching GCU Softball here in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment, walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Let's move to the top of the second here in Phoenix. A 2-0 lead for Lexi Coons as she steps back out on the circle. We'll take a look at the three keys to the game presented by Sanderson Ford. It is Senior Saturday. Like we mentioned, the Lopes are going to honor their 5 seniors following today's game. Christine Bellavia, Lily Bishop, Lexi Coons, Kaylee Dietrich, and Kaylee Holland. And you got to limit the walks as well. Yesterday, Lexi Coons having a tough time finding the zone like we mentioned. Had a solid top half of the first inning. Looking to settle in here in the second as her team picked her up 2 runs on 3 hits and recognize and adjust. She got a taste of this lineup yesterday in the latter innings in Game 2. Looking to adapt in the early innings. First pitch. Hits the inside corner for a called strike. Count quickly, no balls and 1 strike on Carly Nance, looking to help herself out. Had a tough time at the plate yesterday. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in Game 1. Went hitless in Game 2 as well. It'll be Nance, Sylvan, and Matacoro against Lexi Coons. And she quickly is ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The Lancers starting to slowly cut into that New Mexico State lead. Currently down 5-2. No outs, runners on the corners in that bottom of the 4th inning. 0-2 pitch misses up as Coons doesn't get Nance to chase. One-two pitch. Looped in the air to right field. Going to drop foul to the right of the first base bag. The count remains 1-2. And Nance striking out 3 times combined in those 2 games yesterday. Looking to give Seattle an early base runner in this second inning against Lexi Coons, who gave up 2 hits in the first. Vigiano reaching on the leadoff single. Quickly being erased on the strike him out, thrown out double play. Coons able to strike out Choate. Dietrich able to gun down Vigiano at second base. Thompson would have the 2-out double, but would be left stranded as Cathcart was retired for the final out. Now the count now moves to 2-2 on Nance. Coons comes inside, misses. Now the count runs full at 3-2. So after falling behind 0-2, Nance able to lay off a couple of tough pitches in this count from Lexi Coons. See what Coons goes with on this payoff offering. Takes a little something off, jams Nance. Should be an easy put out for Aguilar Bocage. She squeezes it for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down for Coons, and that'll bring up Cherise Sylvan. Sylvan with 2 clutch RBI singles in game number 2. Had an RBI single as well in the first game. And part of that big 3rd inning, 3 runs on 4 hits against both Denhart and Sydney Sahar. First pitch misses outside, count 1-0. On the outside corner for a called strike, count now moves to 1-1 for Lexi Coons. Seems to be a lot more locked in on this Saturday afternoon. Looking for her 4th and final victory on this 2021 season. Took a little something off there, misses low and away. Count now moves to 2-1. Able to paint the corner once more on 2-1 to battle her way back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we're in the top half of the second inning. The Lopes with 2 runs on 3 hits in the first against Carly Nance. Looking to hand her 5th and final loss this season. Coons kicks, winds, and delivers the 2-2. Fouled straight back over the booth and out of play, so we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one bloop. Shallow left field, coming on is Nicoletti, battling the sun. Hauls it in for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Coons. Sylvan, proving to be a tough out for the Lopes throughout this weekend, is retired after a 6-pitch battle with Coons, and that'll bring up Matacoro, making her first start in this 3-game set. Came on as a pinch runner late in Game 2 yesterday, the junior left-handed bat. Batting 7th in the order for Coach Hirai in the Seattle offense. That one just off the plate. Coons not getting the call there from Eric Jones, so the count moves to 1-0. Still a 5-2 lead for the Aggies against the Lancers out in California as they enter the top half of the 5th inning. Again, New Mexico State and Seattle tied atop the Western Athletic Conference standings. That one chopped slowly to second. Torville throws on to Bishop for the final out. An easy 1-2-3 top half of the second inning for Lexi Coons as we'll move to the bottom half of the second inning. GCU 2, Seattle nothing. We'll be right back after these messages.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Bottom half of inning number 2. You can see the numbers painted on the dirt here for Senior Day on this Saturday afternoon. Lopes looking to add to their 2-0 lead as Carly Nance looks to settle down after giving up those 3 hits in the first inning. As Christine Bellavia kicking things off for the Lopes with 1 out and nobody on with a single up the middle. And then Lily Bishop finding the left center field gap, driving Bellavia all the way home from first base. Savannah Torville would then single up the middle to put runners on the corners. Kristen Fifield was able to drive in a run on a ground ball on the right side, doing the job to drive in that second run. It'll be the bottom third of the Lopes order. Holland, Dietrich, and Pescara trying to add to this lead. Again, trying to steal a win in this series after 2 hard-fought losses yesterday. First pitch to Holland, misses low and away, count 1-0. And if the Lopes are able to steal this victory the way New Mexico State has played thus far today, again, a 3-run lead over the Lancers in the 5th inning out in California. The Aggies would be crowned the WAC champions here in 2021 before they head to Seattle for the tournament. Again, starting Thursday afternoon. Holland hitless yesterday as the designated hitter in both games. Lays off that tough pitch on the outer part of the plate. Count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. So Lexi Coons seems to have settled in each of the first 2 innings today after having a tough time finding the zone yesterday. That one's ripped on 1 hop. Back to the pitcher, throws onto first base, 1 up and 1 down. And Carly Nance going 1 inning of work, 2 runs on 3 hits. As Stephanie Madrigal, again, yesterday, 7 innings of work, picking up her 9th win, going to 9-5. Quickly in relief here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Kaylee Dietrich, also hitless yesterday. Comes to the dish with 1 out and nobody on. Lays off a tough pitch on the outer part of the plate. Count 1-0. Has been a mainstay behind home plate for Coach Pearson here in 2021 after Naylor splitting time with Kaylee Holland in each of the last 2 seasons. Has gotten the nod from Coach Pearson this season. Again, playing nearly every game behind the dish. Entering her final regular season game. Quickly in the driver's seat now, 2 balls and no strikes. Rips that one into right field. That one is going to be hauled in by Cho, covering a lot of ground in right center field. She's fired up as she gets a celebratory hug from Olivia Vigiano for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for Stephanie Madrigal in relief. And that'll bring up Araceli Pescara, the Lopes third baseman, rounding out the order in the 9-hole. And just 3 hits this season on the limited number of at-bats, .231 average. Swings through that first pitch on the outer part of the plate, count 0-1. So Madrigal in relief of Carly Nance, coming right after the bottom third of the Lopes order. And despite the 2 home runs allowed yesterday, Madrigal not giving the Lopes many chances offensively. She's quickly ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Struck out Araceli Pescara in her first plate appearance in the 2nd inning of Game 1 yesterday. Looking to do the same right here on 3 pitches as she's quickly ahead 0-2. Kicks, winds, and delivers. That pitch misses low and away. Count now 1-2. Goes outside again, slow dribbler on the third base side, across the diamond. Matriotti completing the 5-3 putout, an easy 1-2-3 bottom half of the 2nd for Stephanie Madrigal. So we'll move to the 3rd, still a 2-0 Lopes lead. You're watching GCU Softball in the heart of Phoenix.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce? Or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies. All on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
We move to inning number 3 on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. And remember, GCU fans, if you haven't already, it's time to download the Lope Nation app. You can watch GCU home sporting events directly from your app, receive personalized news and score updates from your favorite Lopes teams like never before. Search GCU Athletics in your phone's app store or download the GCU Athletics app now at gculopes.com/app. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Seattle against Lexi Coons. Looking for her 3rd consecutive shutout inning. She'll have to get past Brooke Milder to kick things off here in the top of the 3rd. Gave the Lopes a ton of trouble yesterday in that 8-hole. And 2 hits in Game 1. Picked up an RBI single as well in Game number 2. As both her and Cherise Sylvan giving the Lopes problems in that 7 and 8 holes in the bottom 3rd of the order. Sylvan moving up to the 6th hole here in Game 3 with Mataraco getting the start. That one roped in the air, fairly deep left field. Going back is Nicoletti. She had a beat on it, unable to haul it in. Off the top of her glove, it's going to be a leadoff double for Milder. And Seattle is in business to start this 3rd inning with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Nice attempt out there by Nicoletti, unable to haul it in just in front of the warning track. And battling the sun as well. Not an easy play for the Lopes left fielder. So that'll bring up Matriotti, the third baseman for Seattle. Third hit for the Redhawks. Matriotti with just 1 hit and 6 at-bats yesterday. At the very least, just looking to move the runner up an extra 60 feet. Pitch misses up. Count 1-0. Aggies getting 1 run back out in California, now up 6-2 in that 5th inning against the Lancers. Looking to take 2 of 3 in their final road trip of the season. So 1-0 offering. Bunted right in front of Dietrich. Sets her feet, fires to first, gets away from Torville. Backing up nicely is Bellavia, but not in time as Milder comes around to score. And just like that, Seattle cuts that Lopes lead in half. It's 2-1, runner on first base and nobody out. So Milder putting a charge into one to start this inning. Gianna Nicoletti unable to haul it in. Tough play in front of the warning track. Leadoff double for Milder. Matriotti just trying to move the runner up an extra 60 feet there with that sacrifice bunt attempt. But the throw getting away from Torville covering the first base bag. So that allows 1 run to score. Back to the top of the order, Vigiano lays off a first pitch strike on the inner part of the plate. Count 0-1. Matriotti, the third baseman, with plenty of speed on the base paths for Seattle, looking to tie this game up in the top half of the 3rd inning. So Lexi Coons cruising along through the first 2 frames. We'll look to limit the damage here in the 3rd. 0-1. Ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So that'll put runners on first and second and nobody out. A little deja vu as Olivia Vigiano kick-started this game with a base hit up the middle. Has another base knock into center field here in the 3rd. And that'll bring up Allie Choate. As Kaylee Dietrich looks to calm down her right-hander. We'll get a mound visit from the infield as well. And Allie Choate 0 for 1 today, has 2 hits in this series. We'll see if she tries to bunt the runners over to second and third with nobody out here. Setting things up for Bailey Thompson, the 3-hitter in this lineup for Seattle. Choate struck out swinging in the 1st inning. Kaylee Dietrich gunning down Vigiano, trying to steal second for the strike him out, throw him out double play. She does bunt, pops it up. Count quickly 0-1. And the corner's playing in for the Lopes. Middle infielders playing about halfway. Plenty of speed on the base paths for Seattle. We'll see if they try to take off here with nobody out. Both runners stay put. That one roped into left field. Coming on is Nicoletti, covering a lot of ground to make the play. Runners retreat back to first and second. A huge play there from Gianna Nicoletti. And she's able to haul that one in. So with the 1 away, that'll bring up Bailey Thompson. That ball hit right on the screws by Choate. We'll have nothing to show for it, or she'll head back to the dugout. Thompson with that double in the 1st inning. Her 2nd extra base hit in this series. First pitch here, misses outside, count 1-0. So early on in this game, Lexi Coons doing a nice job painting the corners. Did not get the benefit of the doubt there from the home plate umpire, Eric Jones. Delivers the 1-0 offering. Ripped down the left field line. It's going to drop foul. The count evens up at a ball and a strike. Coons would love to get Thompson to hit one on the ground here with a runner in scoring position. Potential double play scenario to get herself out of further trouble. Pitch misses outside. Count now moves to 2-1. Looking to stay away from the middle part of the plate here against Thompson. And leads Seattle in both home runs and RBIs coming into this series. has a chance to put her team up with one swing of the bat. That one hooked down the left field line. Count now moves to 2-2. Arm currently warming up in the Lopes bullpen as Lexi Coons looks to salvage the final 2 outs. Goes low there against Thompson. Gets her to bloop it into center field. Easy catch there for Kristen Fifield for the second out. Both runners on first and second and nobody out. Allie Choate slices one the other way. A nice diving catch by Gianna Nicoletti for the first out. Was able to navigate her way through a tough at-bat there against Bailey Thompson, working the count to 2-2. Took a little something off that pitch, getting her to wave that one low in the zone, pokes it into center field, an easy catch for Kristen Fifield. Now it's going to be Madison Cathcart. First pitch swinging, ropes that one into right field but foul, so the count quickly, no balls and 1 strike. Coons getting Cathcart to pop up to short to end that top half of the first inning, leaving a runner in scoring position. Again, Cathcart with 5 runs batted in this series. 3 extra base hits, including a 2-run home run and 2 RBI doubles. Runners looking to get a good jump off of first and second. 0-1 pitch. Misses up and in. Count now 1-1. Cathcart getting her average up to 264 with those 4 hits and 5 ribbies yesterday. Now has a total of 25 runs batted in. And pitch just off the outside corner and low. Count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. And defenders playing about straight away for Cathcart here. 2-1 pitch misses up. Again, a base is open here for Lexi Coons. You don't want to give in to the hot-hitting bat in Cathcart. Three-one offering. Fouled off on the right side. So Coons comes right after Cathcart there on 3-1. Gets her to hook one down the right field line. And that'll put the runners in motion here, both looking to get a good jump on this 3-2 offering with 2 outs. Seattle coming across with 1 run on 2 hits thus far here in this third inning against Lexi Coons. Madison Cathcart looking to keep things going. Runners will get their jump. Payoff pitch from Coons. Lofted in the air, fairly deep right field. Bellavia's got a beat on it. She hauls it in for out number 3, and that'll do it. A hard-fought battle in that at-bat for Lexi Coons against Madison Cathcart. She gets out of further trouble, but not before Seattle picks up 1 run on 2 more hits. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's GCU 2, Seattle 1.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
A leadoff double from Brooke Milder And an errant throw from Kaylee Dietrich after the sacrifice bunt attempt from Allison Matriati puts Seattle on the board with 1 run on 2 hits in that top half of the third inning. A 2-1 lead for the Lopes. Entering the bottom of the third. Top of the order, Nicoletti, Bellavia, and Bishop against Stephanie Madrigal. So they'll get their first crack at Seattle's right-hander since coming on in relief for Carly Nance after only going 1 inning of work, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits. Gianna still looking to get going in this series. Again, had a tough time against Madrigal and Smith yesterday. Grounded out sharply to short in the hole in her first at-bat. A nice play by Brooke Milder over there in the hole at shortstop. As the first pitch from Madrigal paints the outside corner for a called strike. Count quickly 0-1. So 1 run on 4 hits for Seattle. They've only left 3 runners on through the first 3 innings. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Lopes. Looking to create more opportunities early on in this game. 0-1 pitch, tapped slowly. Going to be a tough play for Matriati on 1 hop. Fires across the diamond for the 5-3 putout. 1 up and 1 down for Madrigal. So since coming on in relief for Nance, she's retired 4 straight. And now we'll battle with Christine Bellavia for the first time. Nice piece of hitting from the Lopes right fielder in the first against Nance, taking one right back to where it came from into center field for a base hit, and scored all the way from first base on a single in the left center field gap off the bat of Lily Bishop. Takes that first pitch well outside, count 1-0. And making her first start in this 3-game set, Tabitha Dyer getting the start in right field in Game 1, with Jaden Reed getting the start in Game 2 yesterday. So Coach Pearson mixing and matching with her lineup throughout the weekend. 1-0 pitch ripped up the middle. Bellavia is 2 for 2 as Vigiano will throw that one into second base. Lopes have themselves a 1-out base runner. So Bellavia with 1 hit against Nance, 1 hit against Madrigal in 2 at-bats today. So now Lily Bishop will dig in as the Lopes look to repeat what they did in the bottom of the first. Ground out on the left side of the infield from Gianna Nicoletti. A 1-out base hit up the middle by Bellavia. Bishop takes the ball low and away there. Count 1-0. Picked up her 23rd run batted in of the season back in the first inning. And came around to score on the RBI grounder on the right side off the bat of Kristen Fifield. 1-0 pitch cut on and missed. Fouled off the mitt. Looked like they're from Bailey Thompson. So with the runner going, Bellavia will retreat back to first as the count now moves to 1-1. The Lancers threatening. Bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, down by 4. So that game far from over between the Lancers and the Aggies on this Saturday afternoon. So that one's ripped up the middle. Into center field for a base hit. Nice attempt there by Merwin at second base, trying to get a glove on that one. But Vigiano once again throws it into second. The Lopes are in business here in the third, trying to get that run back allowed in the top half of the inning. Runners on first and second with 1 out. So Bellavia's 2 for 2. Bishop now 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Now Savannah Torville, who singled herself in that first inning, looking to get her first crack at Madrigal, as we'll get a quick mound visit here for Seattle's right-hander. Again, cruised along in that second inning. Was able to get a quick out number 1 in the form of a Gianna Nicoletti grounder to third. But back-to-back hits for the Lopes in the form of Christine Bellavia and Lily Bishop. As Madrigal on her heels as Savannah Torville will look to pick up her second hit on this Saturday afternoon. Again, part of the order for the Lopes against Seattle's right-hander, trying to steal a win in their final regular season game. First pitch ripped into the right center field gap. That one's going to get in for a base hit, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Torville will hold up at first base as the run scores. Bellavia scores from second. It's an RBI single for Savannah Torville. She's now 2 for 2. Back-to-back base hits for the Lopes, and they lead it 3-1. So that'll put runners on the corners now with 1 away. Kristen Fifield, who continues to swing a hot bat. Again, we mentioned the 3 RBIs yesterday with a pair of home runs, one in game one, one in game two, will look to add to the Lopes' lead. Infield going to play in, looking to come home on a ground ball. Pitch paints the outside corner there, count quickly 0-1. And the Lopes had limited success yesterday against Madrigal. The two-run home run from Angeli Aguilar-Bocage in the second inning, the solo shot off the bat of Fifield in the fourth. Looking to really break things open here in the bottom of the third as they at very least get that run back allowed by Lexi Coons in the top half of the inning. Again, it was an unearned run after the errant throw from Kaylee Dietrich with a runner on second base. Sacrifice bunt attempt from Matriotti getting away from Bishop at first. Pitch misses up, count now 2-1 strike on Fifield. And the middle part of the Lopes order, Bellavia, Bishop, and Torville, all 2 for 2 thus far today. Those are their 6 hits to this point, driving in 3 runs. 2-1 pitch. Misses on the outside part of the plate. Count now moves to 3-1 strike. A base is open with Aguilar-Bocage waiting on deck. The 3-1 pitch. Blooped into center. That one's going to dunk in front of Vigiano for a base hit. And the hits just keep on coming for the Lopes, as it's an RBI single for Kristen Fifield. She picks up her second RBI in as many at-bats. Runners on first and second, 1 out, a 4-1 lead now for GCU. As Madrigal just looks to stop the bleeding here against Angeli Aguilar-Bocage, 0 for 1 in her first at-bat. Popped up in foul ground with Bailey Thompson making the play behind home plate to end that first inning. Pitch misses low, count 1-0. Nobody currently warming up in the pen for Seattle, so this is Madrigal's inning to get out of. It's a 1-0 offering. Slapped the other way and fouled, even up the count at 1-1. If Angeli could repeat what she did yesterday against Madrigal in that second inning, the Lopes could potentially be out to a very comfortable lead in this third inning. Looking to put up a crooked number. One pitch. Spoiled foul on the right side again. And Madrigal now in control. 1-2 strikes. And 4 straight hits for the Lopes after the leadoff ground out by Nicoletti. Bellavia singling up the middle. Bishop doing the same, and Savannah Torville finding the gap for a long RBI single. Before Kristen Fifield was able to dunk one in front of Vigiano in left center field to drive in another run. Angeli working the count to 2-2. That one hit off the end of the bat. Easy put out for Cathcart as she gobbles that one up at first base. So the runners will move up to second and third, as Aguilar-Bocage does the job, moving the runners up an extra 60 feet. And that'll bring up Kaylee Holland. And one of the 5 seniors for the Lopes being honored on this Saturday afternoon. Looking for a big hit in this third inning in her final home game in the purple and black. Pitch misses outside, count 1-0. Pitch paints the outside corner beautifully there, as Madrigal now evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Outfield playing about halfway here for Holland, as she looks to score 2 on a base hit. 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed, as Holland waves through that one. Count now 1-2. One-two pitch, misses well off the outside corner to even up the count at 2-2 strikes. The Lancers and the Aggies are through 5 out in California, a 6-3 lead for New Mexico State with 6 outs to work with. As the 2-2 pitch, ripped right side, gobbled up there by Merwin. She flips on to Cathcart for the 4-3 putout, and that'll do it, as the Lopes will leave 2 runners on. Not before they score 2 more runs. They leave 2 on. We'll head to the 4th. Lopes lead it by a score of 4-1 here on Senior Day in Phoenix, Arizona.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Take a look at the scoreboard here at GCU Softball Stadium. The Lopes pick up 2 more runs for Lexi Coons as they get a run back and 1 more for their senior right-hander, up by 3, as Coons will battle with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Red Hawks order, Merwin, Sylvan, and Matacoro. First at bat for Merwin after taking over for Carly Nance, who again only went 1 inning of work, allowing those 2 runs on 3 hits, was hitless thus far in this series. Coons was able to cruise through the first 2 innings, was able to get herself out of further damage in that 3rd inning, only allowing that 1 earned run. First pitch to Merwin, right back to where it came from on 1 hop to Fifield. So 1 pitch and a leadoff base hit for Seattle's second baseman as they look to creep back into this game. The largest lead for the Lopes in this series thus far at 3. Had a 1-0 lead through 4 innings yesterday in Game 2, and then, of course, a 3-2 lead heading into the top half of the 7th inning before Seattle was able to score 3 unanswered runs to pick up the victory. Bat pitch misses up, count 1-0 on Sylvan. Sylvan responsible for 3 of those runs in 2 games yesterday with 3 RBI singles. Pitch misses outside. Dietrich keeping a close eye on Merwin on first. One bunted foul. Dietrich with a last-ditch effort there to try and get a glove on that one. The count, regardless, moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Pescara playing deep in at the bag at third base here. Bishop playing right in front of the runner at first. That pitch clips the outside corner there. Nice pitch from Coons to battle her way back in this count. Count now moves to 2-2. And if these scores hold up, New Mexico State with a 3-run lead over California Baptist going into the bottom of the 6th. Lopes with a 3-run lead here in the 4th as that one's ripped off the heel of Coons, and they're going to be able to get the force out at second base. That one was ticketed for center field. Lexi Coons inadvertently getting a foot on that one. Deflecting right into the glove of Savannah Torville, is able to get the lead runner on second base for the fielder's choice. So Merwin will head back to the dugout. Sylvan on first. That'll bring up Matacoro in her second plate appearance. Want to see if Lexi Coons was okay there. She seems to be fine. So the runner on first base and 1 out. Matacoro, who grounded out sharply to second. back in the second inning. We'll get her second stab at Lexi Coons. So the Lopes catching a big break there. They've had a potential of runners on first and second and nobody out. With Monocoro looking to square to move the runners over. Instead, she's at the plate with a runner on first base and one out. Takes a ball up in the zone, count 1-0. A pitch loft in the air, left field. Nicoletti hauls it in, throws to second for out number 2. As Sylvan retreats, and Coons 1 out away from getting herself out of this inning unscathed with a 3-run lead. So that'll bring up Brooke Milder. Again, has been a thorn in the side of Lopes pitching throughout this weekend. Already 1 hit in this game, had that double off the glove in deep left field. Off the glove of Gianna Nicoletti, came around to score on the unearned run. Takes a ball just off the outside corner there, count 1-0. Has played a slick shortstop defensively as well. Like I mentioned, turning the game-ending 6-4-3 double play in Game 2 yesterday to give Shi Smith her 9th win of the year. Only has 10 runs batted in this season in the 8-hole. But has proved to be a vital part of this offense this weekend. As that one's fouled off. The check swing there for Milder, evening up the count at 1-1. Saw Sydney Sahar warming up in the pen last inning as Lexi Coons was able to navigate her way out of that jam. Looking to work her way through 4 innings of work in her final regular season start as a Lope. On the outside corner for a called strike, and Coons is ahead in the count 1-2. Trying to get Milder to chase up in the zone there, unable to get her to climb the ladder. Milder just looking to keep the inning alive, trying to get Montriotti to the dish, waiting on deck. She'd be the tying run in the 4th inning. As Coons gets the sign, it'll be a 2-2 pitch here to Milder. Runner leads off first, goes, throw down to second, not nearly in time, gets away from Aguilar-Bocage, allowing Sylvan to move up an extra 60 feet. So a stolen base for Sylvan, moves on the throw from Dietrich. And now Seattle is 60 feet away from cutting this Lopes lead in half yet again. So that pitch just off the outside corner, working the count full here for Milder. A quick throw there from Kaylee Dietrich from her knees, unable to square that one up. Angeli Aguilar-Bocage unable to keep it in front. Took a little something off that payoff pitch. Coons gets a glove on it, throws on to Bishop at first for the final out as Coons gets out of this inning unscathed. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th. GCU 4, Seattle 1.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. We want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
We move to the bottom of the 4th. Another scoreless frame for Lexi Coons in the top half. Stephanie Madrigal looking to match her here in the bottom of the fourth as she'll deal with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Lopes. Dietrich, Pescara, and Nicoletti looking to add to this 3-run cushion on Senior Day, the final home game of the 2021 regular season. Seattle looking to come away with a come-from-behind victory today to give themselves, at the very least, an opportunity to walk away with a Western Athletic Conference title here in 2021. Not looking good at the moment, as a first pitch to Dietrich is fouled off on the left side, count 0-1. A 6-3 lead in the bottom of the sixth for New Mexico State over California Baptist. A win for them today and a loss here for Seattle would give them the WAC title, heading to Seattle next weekend for the WAC tournament. Both teams sitting at 13-4 in Western Athletic Conference play entering today. New Mexico State with a 1-game lead entering this series yesterday. Seattle able to take both games over the Lopes. New Mexico State splitting their doubleheader yesterday with California Baptist, looking to win the series today with that 3-run lead with just 5 outs to go for a victory. That one just off the outside corner as the count now moves to 1-2 on Dietrich. Lined out sharply to right field in her last at-bat. A nice play out there in right field from Allie Choate, covering a lot of ground, moving to her right. As a 1-2 pitch, just off the outside corner again, and the count now moves to 2-2. Bailey Thompson not agreeing with a couple of close calls yesterday from the home plate umpire Paul Eds. As the 2-2 offering here is fouled off, once again hooked there down the third base side from Kaylee Dietrich. Lopes currently 7-9 overall in the Western Athletic Conference. 18-28 overall. Two-two pitch, popped up, shallow center field. We'll see who's going to make the play. It's going to be Vigiano calling off Merwin in shallow center. 1 up and 1 down for Shy Smith in relief of Stephanie Madrigal. So Madrigal goes 2 innings of work, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits. So 2 runs on 3 hits in the first allowed by Nance. 2 runs on 4 hits allowed through 2 innings of work from Madrigal. So Coach Herite going with all 3 aces in this finale against the Lopes. That pitch misses up, count 1-0 on Pescara. Grounded out sharply to third in her first and only plate appearance back in the second inning. Shy Smith only allowing 3 earned runs on 4 hits through 7 innings of work yesterday in Game 2. Cameron Coleman, the only other arm used by Coach Hirai throughout this 2021 season. So if Shy Smith gets into trouble here, it'll be interesting to see who she goes with. That pitch is cut on and missed. Gets Pescara to climb the ladder there on 1-1. Count now 1-2. Smith trying to keep this a 3-run deficit for her offense, who's looking to wake up to this point against Lexi Coons, who has been able to bounce back after a rough go at it yesterday in relief in Game 2, having a tough time, again, finding the strike zone against these Seattle hitters. Picking up her 5th loss of the season in that Game 2 against Shy Smith, who went the distance. One-two pitch, misses up, count now moves to 2-2. So Pescara being disciplined at the plate here after falling behind quickly 0-2. The 2-2 pitch, cut on and missed. So Smith wins that battle. Again, leads the Western Athletic Conference in strikeouts. Picks up 1 more there to add to her total. So 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Gianna Nicoletti. Again, still looking to get off the schneid in this series. 0 for 2 today. Grounded out sharply to short in the first. Grounded out sharply to third. That was back in the third. First pitch misses outside, count 1-0. Mexico State now 4 outs away from a victory up by 3 against the Lancers. That one chopped up the middle. Getting a glove on it is Smith. She's able to nab Nicoletti over there at first base for an easy 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the 5th. Here in Phoenix, Arizona, it's GCU 4, Seattle 1. We'll be right back after this.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
We move to the 5th here on Senior Day. And of course, Lopes fans, you can get the best gear to show off your Lope pride over at the Lope Shop. Go to lopeshop.gcu.edu to find everything Grand Canyon University, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. All you got to do is use the promo code GameDay20 today to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Again, that's capital GameDay20 to get 20% off. Log on and get your gear today. 9 1-2 hitters for Seattle. They're running out of time in this one. 9 outs to work with, down by 3. Allison Matriotti 0 for 1 in this game. Reached on that error that scored Milder. Back in the 3rd inning with no outs. Has 1 hit in this series. Looking to figure out Lexi Coons on this Saturday. Again, looking to pick up her final regular season victory as a Lope. One-zero pitch, slapped the other way on one hop to Pescara. Fields fires across the diamond. 1 up and 1 down as Matriotti now 0 for 2. Nice play over there at the hot corner by Pescara to retire the leadoff man. That'll bring up Olivia Vigiano, who is yet to be retired by Lexi Coons today. Now has 4 hits in the series, has singled up the middle in each of her first 2 plate appearances. Tries to square one down here in foul ground as she'll retreat back to home plate. Count quickly 0-1 here. As Lexi Coons, once again, has definitely found her rhythm so far here on this Saturday afternoon. Seattle has picked up 5 hits against the Lopes right-hander, but again has not cashed in with the big hit yet through 4 innings. Pitch misses low, count now 1-1. Top half of the 7th inning between the Aggies and the Lancers. Still a 6-3 lead for New Mexico State, 3 outs away from picking up a win. They'll await the winner of this one here in Phoenix. Pitch misses up, count now moves to 2-1. Despite their success to this point, Seattle still hitting .278 as a collective unit this afternoon against Coons. But Coons doing an excellent job navigating her way out of trouble when Seattle has created some opportunities for themselves. That one misses outside. Count now moves to 3-1 on Seattle's leadoff hitter. Looking to reach for the 3rd time today. And with the heart of the order due up, Seattle looking to put runners in motion now. 3-1 pitch. Just a tad bit low as Coons doesn't get the call there from Jones behind the dish. It's a 1-out walk handed out to Vigiano. She's on for the 3rd time, so 2 singles and a walk for Seattle's center fielder, and that'll bring up Allie Choate. and has not figured out Lexi Coons to this point. 0 for 2. Lined out sharply to left in her last at-bat with runners on first and second and nobody out. Nice play out there and left by Gianna Nicoletti. And Bailey Thompson would loft one in the air to center field for the second out. Lexi Coons able to get out of that jam, again with just that one run allowed in the third. Oh, 1 pitch. Coons trying to take a little something off that one. Leaves it up. Count now 1-1. Another mound visit from Kaylee Dietrich, trying to get on the same page as number 2 here. And Coons has been cruising along. 4-1 lead in the 5th inning, but this game far from over. Seattle's offense, like we mentioned, breaking out for 7 runs in the first 3 innings in Game 1 yesterday. Tacked on 3 runs in the 7th inning yesterday against Coons and Sahar. Nobody currently warming up in the Lopes bullpen. So just trying to get on the same page here with Coons. Seattle's only left 4 runners on base to this point. Pescara playing deep in the back at third base. That pitch just off the plate. Count now moves to 2-1. Going just off the inside corner as the count now moves to 3-1. Lexi Coons wanting that call from the home plate umpire Eric Jones, doesn't get it. So she'll look to work her way back here, down on the count 3-1, runner on first base, 1 out. Just off the plate again. Back-to-back walks. Handed out by Lexi Coons, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Bailey Thompson, the 3-hitter for Seattle, a home run leader on this roster as well. So it was the walks that hurt Lexi Coons yesterday in relief in the latter stages of game number 2. We'll see if she can work herself out of another jam here. Seattle's catcher, like we mentioned, that .341 average coming into this series, leading the team with 8 home runs, as well as 41 runs batted in. First pitch, misses inside, count 1-0. Lopes corners playing about halfway, middle infielders playing back, looking for a ground ball. That one ripped into center field. Fifield is going to have to play that one hop up against the wall. That'll score at least 1. Runner right behind her, throw up the line. Dietrich unable to get the out as it looked like she fumbled it a little bit as the home plate umpire Eric Jones signaling, allowing the second run to score. So it's a 2-run double off the bat of Thompson. And that one tailing away from Fifield in the right center field gap, playing that one hop up against the wall. Scoring easily as Vigiano choked right behind her. The throw just a tad bit up the line, but Dietrich may have gotten the tag on her, unable to keep it in her glove, allowing the second run to score. So just like that, it's a 1-run game. Basic could tie this game. And the very dangerous Madison Cathcart digs in, still looking for her first hit today against Coons. Pitch misses up, count 1-0. Pitch misses outside, so Coons falling behind Cathcart here with a runner in scoring position. So Eric Jones, the home plate umpire, calling shootout at home plate. Kaylee Dietrich fumbling the ball on the transfer. So the Lopes get the second out, only 1 run scoring on that double off the bat of Thompson. Picks up her 42nd run batted in. So the runner on second base now 2 away. Cathcart in the driver's seat here, up in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Lexi Coons does not want to give in to the powerful cleanup hitter in Cathcart. Another mound visit here. Lopes starting to get another arm up in that bullpen. So still a 2-run cushion for Coons, but 1 swing of the bat can make this a brand new ball game. Cathcart with 6 home runs at second in the team lead behind Bailey Thompson. 25 runs batted in. So we'll see how Lexi Coons is able to work her way back in this at-bat. Down in the count, 2-0. New Mexico State tacking on 3 huge insurance runs in the top half of the 7th inning. They lead it 9-3 against the Lancers out in California Baptist. 2-0 pitch misses up and away. Count now 3-0. First base is open. Coons not wanting to give in here against Cathcart. Merwin would be the go-ahead run on deck. Singled up the middle in her first and only plate appearance in this series. That was last inning in the top of the 4th against Lexi Coons. 3-0 pitch. Off the bat, it looked like, from Madison Cathcart. So a 3-0 offering comes up and in. Lexi Coons catching a big break there for strike number 1 in this at-bat. Three-one offering. Misses up and in on 3-1. So another walk dished out by Lexi Coons. And that'll bring up Merwin as the go-ahead run. Stephanie with 3 home runs on the season, just 15 runs batted in. So she does have the pop to give Seattle the lead with 1 swing of the bat. Runners looking to get a good jump off of first and second here with 2 away. First pitch, nice block there by Dietrich, misses low in the zone, count 1-0. Lexi Coons dominant through the first 2 innings, ran into a bit of trouble in that 3rd inning. Cruised along in the 4th, looking to work her way out of further damage here in this 5th inning with only 1 run across. Paints the inside corner there, count levels up at 1-1. Sydney Sahar, who relieved Lexi Coons late in that game yesterday, warming up in the bullpen for Coach Pearson. That one in there for a strike. Count now moves to 1-2. Four and 2/3 innings of work. She's only allowed 2 earned runs, 6 hits, only has 1 strikeout. Looking to get through 5 with the lead intact. 1-2 pitch. Misses up and in there. Count now leveled at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coons gets the sign from Dietrich. 2-2 delivery to Merwin. Blooped in the air in front of Torville. Going to be a tough play at first, but she makes it on 1 hop. 1 run, 2 more hits for Seattle. They leave 2 on against Coons. Coons gets through 5. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's GCU 4, Seattle 2. We'll be right back after this.
Come on and keep me satisfied.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
We enter the latter stages in this one. Bottom half of the fifth inning. Seattle threatening in the top half of the inning, but Lexi Coons able to limit the damage, making a big pitch to get the ground ball on the right side with 2 runners on and 2 outs. It'll be the heart of the Lopes order against Shy Smith. Again, Seattle using all top 3 of their arms today. Carly Nance only going 1 inning of work. Stephanie Madrigal going 2. Shy Smith entering her 2nd inning of work. Retiring the Lopes with ease in the bottom half of the 4th. It'll be Bellavia, Bishop, and Torville trying to get that run back. Again, Seattle scoring in the top of the 3rd, cutting the lead in half. At the time was a 2-1 lead for the Lopes. The Lopes got 2 runs back in the bottom half of the 3rd. They'll look to do the same here in the 5th. First pitch paints the outside corner. Count 0-1 on Bellavia. 2 singles up the middle. 1 against Nance, 1 against Madrigal. Looking for another hit today against Shy Smith. Haley Thompson with the RBI double with runners on first and second and 1 out. The drive in 1. Allie Choate thrown out at home plate as Kaylee Dietrich was able to apply the tag to get the second runner. That pitch misses outside. Count 1-1 now on Bellavia. Again, in her senior season, potentially her final at bat here at home. She's going out with a bang with at least 2 hits in her first 2 ABs. Swings through that pitch. Count now 1-2. And it's been the middle part of this order for the Lopes today with Bellavia, Bishop, and Torville each picking up 2 hits. She's able to spoil that 1-2 offering from Smith. Count remains 1-2. One-two pitch fouled off yet again there by Bellavia. An emergency hack there, able to stay alive. Remember, a lot going on here at Grand Canyon University this weekend. Softball again looking for the Game 3 victory today in their final home game. Baseball with a big win over Dixie State last night. A doubleheader today at Brazos. That one ripped to third. Right there is Matriotti. Throws across to get the speedy Bellavia, and she's retired for the first time today. 1 up, 1 down for Shy Smith, and that'll bring up Lily Bishop.
The first baseman and senior number 27, Lily Bishop.
Lily Bishop, also a senior in the middle part of this lineup for Coach Pearson. Could very well be stepping in for the final time here at GCU Softball Stadium. Led the Lopes in home runs a season ago in that condensed 2020 season. Second in home runs currently as Kristen Fifield was able to knock number 4 and 5 out of the ballpark last night. Bishop with 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Had the RBI single in the first, had the single in the third, came around to score. And the Seattle pitchers leading the Western Athletic Conference in ERA. The Lopes hitting well over 300 today against all 3 of them. That one lined foul. Count now 1-2 on the Lopes first baseman. Ripped foul down the left field line. Bishop hooking that one just a tad bit early as Smith looked like it took something off. This count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. New Mexico State on the verge of a victory on this Saturday afternoon, up 9-3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th against the Lancers. As the Lopes look to hang on to this 2-run cushion at the moment. That one fouled back by Bishop. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So putting up a fight here against Shi Smith. And was dominant in game 2 yesterday, going the distance. Has been dominant thus far today in relief of Stephanie Madrigal, who went 2 innings in relief of Carly Nance. 1-2. Fouled straight back yet again. So she comes inside on that last 1-2 offering. Bishop able to get a piece of it. Goes outside there. Bishop able to spoil that pitch. Slice the other way. Playing it on 2 ups is Merwin. To her right, makes the 4-3 putout. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. Now Savannah Torville will get her first crack at Shi Smith. Again, picking up a pair of hits, both against Nance and Madrigal. Now the single in the 1st, the RBI single in the right center field gap back in the 3rd. That gave the Lopes a 3-1 cushion at the time. They tack on 1 more to make it 4-1. As a first pitch here is fouled straight back, just gets underneath it. So count quickly, no balls and 1 strike. Luckily for Coach Pearson, she'll have Savannah Torville for at least 1 more year. Currently wrapping up her junior season here with the Lopes. Got off to a red-hot start in 2019, had herself a successful 2020 season. Got off to a bit of a slow start here in 2021, really heated things up about halfway, hitting well over 300 entering this final game. Pitch misses low there. Torville now ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Pearson does for the remaining 6 outs in this ballgame with her team up by 2. Lexi Coons again able to work her way out of further damage in that 5th inning. Had Sydney Sahar warming up in the bullpen. The 2-1 pitch fouled straight back in on the hands of Torville there. As Smith bounces back, count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one lofted in the air. Left field, foul ground, making the play is Sylvan for the final out. Another easy 1-2-3 inning for Shi Smith in relief. We'll go to the 6th. Seattle running out of time in this one. It's 4-2 Lopes. You're watching GCU Softball here in Phoenix.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
About time you watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck? Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
The Redhawks offense running out of time in this one, down 4-2 as we enter the 6th inning, and as we take a look at the upcoming schedule. Of course, baseball back at Brazel this week, and a big win last night over Dixie State. Back at it today with a day-night doubleheader. First game kicked off at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Game 2 at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Of course, baseball will be taking on California Baptist, with that series starting on May 20th. First game kicking off at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Lexi Coons back out on the circle here in the 6th. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Seattle. As Cherie Sylvan takes a ball outside, count 1-0. She's 0 for 2 thus far today against Coons. And after having much success yesterday in the 7-hole, getting bumped up to the 6-hole today. Flew out to left back in the 2nd, grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 4th. So 1-0 pitch, just off the inner part of the plate, and Coons quickly falling behind the leadoff hitter. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, Sydney Sahar was warming up in the pen back in the 5th before Lexi Coons was able to work herself out of further damage. Has allowed 2 runs on 6 hits to this point. That one bunted right in front of Dietrich. Going to be a tough play, not going to be made as the speedy Sylvan able to beat it out for an infield single. So just like that, Seattle will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Matacoro. Sylvan doing that yesterday in her first at-bat in the 2nd inning in Game 1 against Ryan Denhart, laying down a perfectly executed bunt down the third base side. Beating it out for a single. She does the same here with Kaylee Dietrich not having much of a chance in front of home plate. Matacoro 0 for 2 so far in this game. Takes a strike on the outer part of the plate. Grounded out softly to second base in the 2nd before flying out to left back in the 4th. Getting her first start in this 3-game set. Looking to make an impact here in the 6th. Pitch misses up, count now 1-1. And his final out in California as the Lancers fall to the Aggies 9-3. If the Lopes are able to hold on to their 2-run lead here, the Aggies will walk away here in 2021 with a Western Athletic Conference title. Pitch misses outside, count now moves to 2-1. 2-1 pitch, misses low, throw down to second base, right on the money. And plenty of time for Kaylee Dietrich as she nabs Sylvan trying to swipe second base. A huge out number 1 for Lexi Coons as the count now moves to 3-1 on Matacoro. Second runner gunned down by Dietrich here on this Saturday afternoon. She got Vigiano in the 1st. Gets Sylvan with ease here in the 6th. Not a great jump there by Sylvan as she was out in plenty of time. It was a 3-1 pitch. Paints the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Lexi Coons to work her way back in this count. Count now runs full on Matacoro. Payoff pitch, slap the other way, diving stop at third, not going to be able to make the play is Pescara. An infield base hit for Matacoro. Crosses first base in plenty of time for her first hit of the series. She's now 1 for 3. Now that caught stealing looms large for Seattle. Would have put runners on first and second with nobody out. Now with a runner on first base and 1 out, Brooke Milder. Again, has given the Lopes pitching staff problems all weekend long. Already 1 hit today with the double on her first at-bat. Takes a ball on the outside corner, count quickly 1-0. Grounded out sharply back to Coons back in the 4th inning. Ropes that one into right field, past Torville for a base hit. Quickly throwing it in is Bellavia, and just like that, Seattle's going to bring the go-ahead run to the plate. Another base hit for Milder. She's now 2 for 3. And it looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter for Allison Matriotti, who went 0 for 2 today in 2 plate appearances against Lexi Coons. Had that sacrifice bunt attempt, reached on the throwing error, allowing 1 run to score, and then grounded out sharply to third back in the 5th. Looks like Grace Dudden, the backup catcher for Seattle, is going to pinch hit here for Matriotti. And one swing of the bat could give Seattle a lead here in the 6th inning. Dudden with just 2 hits in 19 plate appearances this season. There's a golden opportunity here. First pitch misses low, count 1-0. So the caught stealing by Cherise Sylvan to start this 6th inning. Now looming very large for this Seattle offense as they try to come across with at least 2 against Lexi Coons. 1-0 pitch, cut on and missed. Coons taking a little something off that one to even up the count at a ball and a strike. Dudden way out in front. One pitch, drops in there for a strike, and Coons is now in control. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Was able to work her way out of further damage in the 3rd. Was able to work herself out of a runners on 1st and 2nd 2-out jam in the 5th. Looking to work her way out of another jam here with less than 2 outs in the 6th. That one fought off by Dudden to stay alive on the right side, so the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Sydney Sahar was up in the 3rd when Lexi Coons got into trouble, was up in the 5th as well. He's currently sat down here in the 6th as the senior right-hander looks to get out of this jam. Starting with Grace Dudden. 1-2 pitch. Just off the outside corner and low. Count now moves to 2-2. Matacoro on second, Milder on first. 2-2 pitch. Just misses low. A disciplined AB here for Grace Dudden, coming off cold off the bench. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 out, full count here to Grace Dudden. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Lopes lead it by 2. It's a 4-2 lead here on Senior Day. Payoff pitch from Coons. Up the middle, grabbed there by Coons. Doesn't get a good glove on it, but will get the lead runner on first. So the runners will move up to 2nd and 3rd. 2 away, and that'll bring up Olivia Vigiano, who has given Lexi Coons problems all day long, has reached all 3 times. 2 singles up the middle and a walk in her last at-bat. A single could very well tie this ball game. Outfield playing fairly in for Vigiano. Infield playing about halfway. Goes with the changeup on the first pitch. Count quickly 0-1. A 0-1 pitch just off the outside corner. And the count now moves to 1-1. Again, Vigiano has given Coons trouble all day long. First base is open, so if Lexi Coons falls behind here, you don't want to give in to the dangerous bat. You have Allie Choate waiting on deck as well, who's hitless in her first 3 plate appearances against Coons. Just off the outside corner, count moves to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Took a little something off that one, gets Vigiano to wave through it. Count now moves to 2-2. A big pitch in this at-bat for Lexi Coons. Did not want to fall behind 3-1. Was able to fool Olivia on that 2-1 offering. We'll see what she goes with here on 2-2. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Vigiano looking to be the hero in the 6th for Seattle. Coons gets the sign from Dietrich, kicks, winds, and delivers the 2-2. Just off the outside corner, the count runs full at 3-2. Again, first base is open. It should be interesting to see what Lexi Coons goes with here on this payoff pitch. She's done a solid job painting the corners all afternoon long. Runners looking to get a good jump off of second and third. Payoff pitch to Vigiano. Grounded softly to second. Torville has it, flips to Bishop, and that'll do it here in the 6th. Lexi Coons gets herself into and out of trouble. She's through 6. Lopes 3 outs away from a victory. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th with the offense looking to tack on a few more insurance runs. It's GCU 4, Seattle 2.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TirePros of Arizona.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
We go to the bottom of the 6th. Lopes looking to tack on a few more insurance runs. Heading into the top of the 7th, Shy Smith, entering her 3rd inning in relief, has shut out the Lopes in her first 2 innings of work. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Lopes, 2 runs on 9 hits for the Redhawks. Redhawks hitting .360 as a collective unit against Lexi Coons today, but have not been able to come away with the big hit, have not cashed in with runners in scoring position. As a first pitch to Kristen Fifield is popped up into left field. Easy play out there for Sylvan, and she camps under it, makes the play, 1 up and 1 down. First Smith here in the 6th. Lopes hitting .318 as a team against the top 3 premier pitchers in the Western Athletic Conference here for Seattle. Angeli Aguilar-Bocage, 0 for 2 today. Getting her first appearance here against Smith, who again has been dominant since coming on in relief in this game. That one popped up, should be playable for Cathcart, battling the sun. Squeezes that one in for out number 2. 3 pitches so far here in the 6th for Smith, and she's got 2 quick outs. So with 2 away and nobody on, Kaylee Holland will dig in, which could potentially be her final plate appearance here at home. 0 for 2 thus far today, grounded back to the pitcher in the 2nd, grounded out to second, back in the 3rd. First pitch misses low, count 1-0. If you're looking ahead to the top half of the 7th inning against Seattle, down to their final 3 outs, it'll be the heart of their order. Allie Choate, Bailey Thompson, and Madison Cathcart due up. There's a 1-0 pitch ripped up the middle and into center field. And Kaylee Holland has herself a base hit here on Senior Day in what could potentially be her final at-bat here at home. So she's now 1 for 3, keeping this inning alive for Kaylee Dietrich. Will also get another crack here in this ball game. 0 for 2 in her first 2 plate appearances. Still looking to figure out this pitching staff this weekend. Rips that one into left field, playing it on a hop. is Sylvan, and that'll put runners on first and second. So in, again, what could potentially be their final at-bats here at home, Kaylee Holland and Kaylee Dietrich pick up back-to-back singles to keep this sixth inning alive. And it looks like Coach Pearson is going to go to her bench here. Araceli Pescara going 0 for 2 in her 2 plate appearances. Grounder to third in the second against Carly Nance. Struck out swinging in the fourth against Stephanie Madrigal. Jaden Reed going to pinch run at second base for Kaylee Holland as Coach Pearson looks to utilize her speed. Looking to score on a single. Adrienne Vizentine. Pinch hitting here for Pescara in the bottom of the sixth. 2 outs on the first 3 pitches that Shy Smith threw. She's given up back-to-back singles with 2 outs. First pitch misses lone away, count 1-0. One-0 pitch. Paints the outside corner, count now leveled at a ball and a strike. That one ripped foul. Byzantine just getting underneath that one as the count now moves to 1-2. We'll look to buckle down on this 1-2 offering. Trying to keep this at-bat alive. Trying to put the ball in play here. And the speedy Reed on second base looking to get a good jump with 2 outs. 1-2 offering from Smith. Just misses out off the outside part of the plate. Count now leveled up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Lopes jumping out early in this one with 2 runs in the first against Carly Nance. Have not looked back to this point. 2-2 pitch popped up in the infield. That should end the inning. Milder camps underneath it, makes the play, and that'll do it. So back-to-back 2-out singles by 2 Lopes seniors are wasted here in the 6th. We'll go to the 7th. Lopes 3 outs away from a victory. Lexi Coons looking for her 4th and final win in a Lope uniform in the regular season. We'll go to the 7th. 4-2 Lopes here in Phoenix.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Lexi Coons looking to go the distance here on Senior Day. The Lopes lead it 4-2. 4 runs on 9 hits through 6. 2 runs on 9 hits for the Redhawks through 6. Heart of the order due up, Joe Thompson and Cathcart. Lexi Coons has been able to navigate her way out of 3 separate jams throughout this one. Runners on first and second in the 3rd, only allowing 1 earned run. Had runners on first and second with 2 away in the 5th. Was able to get herself out of that jam. Runners on first and second with 1 out last inning. Stranded runners on second and 3rd. Showed 0 for 2 with a walk, entering her 4th plate appearance here today against the Lopes right-hander. Again, a loss here for Seattle would give the New Mexico State Aggies a 2021 Western Athletic Conference championship. One-0 pitch on the outside corner, leveling up the count at 1-1. Judge struck out swinging in the 1st. Lined out sharply to left in the 3rd, with Gianna Nicoletti robbing her of an extra base hit in the left center field gap. and then walked back in the 5th, was left stranded at 3rd. 1-1 pitch drops in there beautifully for a strike, and Coons is heading the count 1-2. And through 6 innings of work, Lexi Coons has only been able to pick up 1 punch out thus far. Has relied heavily on her defense throughout this one. Joe trying to get on. Bailey Thompson, again, the team leader in home runs, waiting on deck would be the tying run. 1-2 pitch, misses outside, count 2-2. It's been the middle part of the Lopes batting order today, with Bellavia, Bishop, and Torville each picking up 2 hits, providing the Lopes with 4 runs in the first 3 innings. They've held on to that lead as Lexi Coons allows a leadoff single here in the 7th. That one gets over the head of Pescara. Nice piece of hitting there by Choate. Team leader in hits here in this 2021 season. Picks up her 53rd hit of the season right there. She's now 1 for 3, and that'll bring up Bailey Thompson as the tying run. Again, nobody warming up in the Lopes bullpen as Lexi Coons looks to finish what she started. Thompson with 2 extra base hits today against Coons. The RBI double in her last at-bat in the 5th, cutting this lead in half at 4-2. Pitch misses outside, count 1-0. One-0 pitch misses low and in. Now count 2 balls and no strikes. Coons was able to get ahead quickly of Allie Choate. Made a nice pitch on the outer part of the plate, but Choate took it that way and into left field for a leadoff base hit. Will now look to work her way back in this count against Bailey Thompson, who has had her number on this Saturday afternoon. That one ripped down the left field line and foul. Thompson just a little early on that pitch as the count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. And it's been the top third of the order that's done the most damage today against Lexi Coons. 5 hits combined from Vigiano, Choate, and Thompson, with just Cathcart and Matriotti left out of the hit column in that lineup for Seattle. 2-1 offering. Nice off-speed pitch there from Coons to level up the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Into center field, covering some ground is Fifield. She's able to haul that one in for out number 1. Quickly throws into second as Choate retreats back to first. Nice play by the Lopes center fielder for out number 1. So Thompson once again is able to barrel up a pitch from Lexi Coons in this game, but that one kept up just enough for Fifield, ranging to her left, able to haul that one in for the first out. Now Madison Cathcart, again, 1 swing of the bat, has 6 home runs on the year. Potentially tie this game up. 5 runs batted in yesterday, hitless in 2 at-bats today. Walked in her last at-bat. Takes that pitch just off the inner part of the plate, count 1-0. Paints the corner there. Count now leveled up at 1-1. And if Lexi Coons is able to salvage these final 2 outs, the Lopes will come away with a Saturday afternoon victory in their final home game. And remember to stay here on GCU TV as the Lopes will honor their 5 seniors before they head to Seattle next week. Pitch misses up. Count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch. In there for a called strike, and that levels up the count at 2-2. Wind is blowing out to right field. The Lopes outfield playing about halfway here for Cathcart. Looking to elevate one in the air on this 2-2 offering. Coons takes a little something off that one. Way out in front of is Cathcart, but she's able to get a piece of it to stay alive as she fouls it straight back. High leverage situation here for Seattle, trying to keep their chances alive with 2 outs to work with. Two-two pitch. Up and in, and it looks like that one plunked Cathcart. So she'll head down to first base, moving into scoring position is Choate. So once again, Lexi Coons has worked her way into a little bit of trouble here in this 7th inning. Runners on first and second and 1 away. And that'll bring up Stephanie Merwin, who's 1 for 2 already against the Lopes right-hander. Singled in her first plate appearance in the 4th, grounded out sharply back in the 5th on the second base side. Choate with plenty of speed on second. Cathcart is the tying run on first. It looks like we'll get a pinch runner for her.
Pinch runner for Seattle U. Now at first base, number 39,
Hannah Sasaki, who pinch ran late in game 2 yesterday. Will pinch run at first base here for Coach Hirai, as a double in the get could potentially tie this game. Again, Merwin with 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in on the season. Can give Seattle the lead with 1 swing of the bat. First pitch blocked in the dirt by Dietrich, as the runners will stay put. So the count now moves to 1-0. It has not been easy for Lexi Coons on this Saturday afternoon, but she's able, or has been able, to navigate her way through this game with just 2 runs allowed. 10 hits for Seattle as the 1-0 pitch. Blooped in the air, shallow left center field. That one's going to dunk in front of Fifield, but throwing to third, getting the force out is Fifield. The runner at second, Allie Choate, had to hold up to see if that one was going to fall. She did. 1 hop to Fifield, throws it right on the money to Pescara at third base for the force out. For a huge out number 2, and Seattle is now down to their final out. So Merwin gets jammed there in on the hands, but is able to bloop it in front of Fifield in left center field. But holding up at second was Choate, and she gets gunned down at third for the second out. And that'll bring up Cherise Sylvan, trying to keep this game alive. Coons looking for the complete game win. First pitch strike on the corner, count 0-1. Sylvan with a base hit in her last at-bat. That pitch paints the outside corner once more, and Seattle is down to their final strike. Lexi Coons looking to end her final game here at GCU Softball Stadium with a complete game win. She's 1 strike away, runners on first and second, 2 outs, 4-2 lead for the Lopes. 0-2 pitch to Sylvan. Slap the other way and foul, and we'll do it again at 0-2. Through 6 2/3 innings of work, Lexi Coons, again, hasn't been easy. Has allowed 11 hits, just 2 earned runs, 3 walks, just 1 strikeout. She's allowed 3 extra base hits. Seattle has not been able to cash in with the big hit thus far. 0-2 once again to Cherise Sylvan. Runners looking to get a good jump. The pitch misses up. Count moves to 1-2. As Coons doesn't get Sylvan to chase. Seattle has had at least one runner in scoring position in each of the last 3 innings. One-two delivery from Coons. Low in the dirt, nice block once more by Kaylee Dietrich. The count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defenders playing straight away for Sylvan. 2-2 pitch from Lexi Coons. Driven in the air, fairly deep center, going back is Fifield. She has it. Signed, sealed, and delivered. A big senior day win for the Lopes. A big senior day win for Lexi Coons as she goes the distance. 7 innings of work. She did allow 11 hits, but once again, Seattle's offense unable to come up with the big hit. Lexi Coons moves to 4-5, picks up her 4th and final regular season win as a Lope. And the Lopes will get to honor their 5 seniors here in Lope Country following a 4-2 victory over the Seattle Redhawks. So New Mexico State will get the number 1 seed heading into Seattle next weekend, as the Lopes are able to spoil Seattle's chances of coming away with a 1 seed theirself. The story started with, of course, Lily Bishop picking up that RBI single, scoring Bellavia all the way from first base to give the Lopes a 1-0 lead. Kristen Fifield would, of course, drive in a run on a ground ball, making it 2-0. Seattle would tack on 1 in the 3rd after the throwing error from Dietrich, allowing 1 run to score, but they'd come back strong in the bottom half of the 3rd inning as Savannah Torville roped one in the right center field gap for an RBI single. Kristen Fifield would single into center as well, picking up her 2nd RBI. Bailey Thompson cutting the lead in half with an RBI double. She had 2 doubles today against Lexi Coons, but that would be all as Lexi Coons was able to navigate her way into and out of trouble in the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning to come away with her 4th win of the year. It's a 4-2 win for the Lopes, and Lexi Coons, again, is your player of the game. Going the distance, presented by Copper State Credit Union. Again, her 4th and final win, finishing with a 4-5 record this season, as the Lopes steal this win on getaway day in their final home game of the 2021 regular season. Again, don't go anywhere, though, as the Lopes will honor their 5 seniors: Christine Bellavia, Lily Bishop, Lexi Coons, Kaylee Dietrich, and Kaylee Holland, to be honored here at GCU Softball Stadium. The Lopes were able to honor Seattle's seniors as well. 6 seniors in the starting lineup for the Redhawks, as Allie Choate, Bailey Thompson, Madison Cathcart, Carly Nance, Cherise Sylvan, and Allison Matriotti all honored before the game. And again, as we wait for the Lopes 5 seniors to be honored, we'll take a quick break here on GCU TV, but again, don't go anywhere, as we still have a lot more coverage following this 4-2 win for the Lopes. We'll be right back.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Back here at GCU Softball Stadium, a 4-2 win for the Lopes as we take a look at the game stats brought to you by Commonwealth Insurance. A 4-2 win for the Lopes. 9 hits, 11 hits for Seattle. Again, hit well over 300 today against Lexi Coons, but unable to come away with the big blow late. 2 errors for the Lopes defensively. They've left 5 runners on base, 10 runners left on base for Seattle, 7 in scoring position, which is the big number in this one. 379 average against Lexi Coons today, but they'll pick up the loss as the Lopes hit 333 against the top 3 pitchers in the Western Athletic Conference when you're talking about earned run average. Stephanie Madrigal, Carly Nance, and Shy Smith each getting a piece of the Lopes offense in this one. Unable to come away with the victory as Carly Nance will come away with the loss in this one, moving from 7-4 to 7-5. Again, Seattle was able to pick up the big hits yesterday. 7 runs in the first 3 innings in Game 1. 3 runs in the 7th inning in Game 2 to win that one by a final score of 5-3. Did not have one lead in this one as the Lopes, again, jumping out to a 2-0 lead with 2 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. Picked up 2 more runs in the 3rd inning to go up 4-1. They win this one by a score of 4-2. As we take a look at the updated WAC standings, again, Western Athletic Conference play ending today on this Saturday with New Mexico State's big 9-3 win over California Baptist, clinching them the number 1 seed heading into Seattle in the Western Athletic Conference tournament starting on Thursday afternoon. Seattle finishes with a final of 26 wins, 19 losses, 9-2 overall in the conference. California Baptist 5 games behind them at 21-29. And of course, the Lopes finishing their regular season play with 19 wins, 28 losses, as they finish their 2021 regular season with a victory. As it looks like we're going to get ready to honor the Lopes 5 seniors. Again, Christine Bellavia, Lily Bishop, Lexi Coons, Kaylee Dietrich, and Kaylee Holland. A hard-fought season for the Lopes as they get through 2021. Again, 2020, a condensed season for the Lopes. Had to say goodbye to a few seniors a lot shorter than they had expected. Able to get through this 2021 season. Had a lot of ups and downs, but the Lopes will head into Thursday, kicking off the Western Athletic Conference of play. Coons ending her 2021 regular season in a big way with that complete game victory, moving to 4-5. Both Kaylee Dietrich and Kaylee Holland picking up hits in their final at-bats here at GCU Softball Stadium, both going 0 for 2 going into those at-bats. Kaylee Holland ripping a single up the middle. And then with 2 outs and a runner on first, Kaylee Dietrich first pitch swinging was able to knock one into left field for a base hit, putting runners on first and second. So they were able to pick up base hits in their final ABs. And of course, Christine Bellavia, 2 hits up the middle in her first 2 at-bats today, getting her first start in this series on Senior Day. Going out with a bang with those 2 hits as well. Lily Bishop with an RBI as well, 2 hits of her own. Again, as we get ready for these seniors to be honored on this Saturday afternoon. Baseball playing Dixie State over at Brazel Field this afternoon as well after a big win last night. Day-night doubleheader today, as they'll end that series tomorrow with a 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time game against Dixie State. And GCU going to honor their 5 seniors here in Phoenix after this quick break here on GCU TV. Bellavia, Bishop, Coons, Dietrich, and Holland as we say goodbye to 5 seniors here in Lope Country.
About time you watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Back here in Lope Country on GCU TV. Lope's going to honor their 5 seniors here in a moment. And Lexi Coons, the story in this one on this Saturday afternoon, 7 innings of work, picking up her 4th win. She'll be honored as one of the 5 seniors. Entered the Lopes program in 2018 as a freshman, appearing in 22 games, starting 10 games for the Lopes that season. As we'll throw things over to our public address announcer, A.C. Larkin, as we get ready to honor, once again, our 5 Lopes seniors here at GCU Softball Stadium.
Can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now. That's how long I've been on ya. Let's get lost tonight. You could be be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a what they all say, right? Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I ask, cause I'm not sure. Do any anymore? Bow in the presence of greatness. Cause right now, that has forsaken us. You should be honored by my lateness. That I would even show up to this place. To go ahead, go nuts, go ape. Especially in my pastel on my page. Act like you can't tell who made this new gospel. Homie, take 6 and take this. Haters. That don't kill me. Can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now. Cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now. Cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now. That's how long I've been on ya. I need you right now. I need you right now. I don't know if you got a man or not. If you made plans or not. If God put me in your plans or not. I'm tripping, this drink got me saying a lot. But I know that God put you in front of me. So how the hell could you front on me? It's 1,000 yous, it's only one of me. I'm tripping, I'm caught up in the moment, right? Cause it's Louis Vuitton dine night. So we gon' do everything the kind like. Heard they do anything for a Klondike. Well, I'll do anything for a blind dike. And she'll do anything for the limelight. And we'll do anything when the time's right. Baby, you're making it faster, stronger. That don't kill me. Can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now. Cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now. Cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now. That's how long I've been on ya. I need you right now. I need you right now. You know how long I've been on ya. Since Prince was on Apollonia. Since OJ had isotoners. Don't act like I never told ya. Don't act like I 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 told ya. Baby, you're making it faster, stronger. That don't kill me. Can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to honor our seniors in all of their accomplishments here at GCU. Our first senior, Christine Bellavia. Chris is a true ambassador of the GCU Softball program. She has set high standards as an athlete, student, and member of the campus and community. Chris is a true team player, accepting whatever role she is in for the betterment of the team. Her incredible work ethic led to her many successes at GCU and will continue to impact those around her. Chris graduated summa cum laude in December with a 3.9 GPA, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, and 2 minors in Justice Studies and Counseling. She currently holds a 4.0 in her graduate program, a Master's of Science in Psychology. She will begin her career in June at Neuropsychology Limited in Tucson as an intake technician. In her softball career at GCU, she's made 57 appearances, scored 22 runs as the Lopes' main pinch runner. She is accompanied today by her parents, Ron and Cindy. Our next senior, Lily Bishop. Lily came to GCU mid-year transfer during her sophomore year. She brought strength and power to our lineup as well as experience and depth. A versatile athlete, Lily has seen time as catcher and at first base. Her presence and performance on the field has kept her as a mainstay in the starting lineup. In her 3 seasons as a Lope, Lily's made 104 starts, totaled 94 hits, 66 RBIs with 14 home runs. Lily's personality is contagious. She's a natural leader. Bishop graduated magna cum laude with a 3.76 GPA and a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. She will pursue her master's degree in special education. Lily is accompanied by her grandmother, Connie Bishop, her sister, Alyssa Bishop, and walking in spirit with her, her mom, Danielle Braun, Uncle Gary Bishop, and grandfather Steve Bishop. Our next senior, Lexi Coons. Lexi's competitive and quirky personality led her to GCU. She wants the ball every day and is a perfectionist in the circle. She's had many roles, starter, hold, closer, and pinch runner, and she has excelled in them all. Every time Lexi stepped onto the field, she gave us a chance to win. In her 4 seasons with GCU, she's totaled 249 innings on the rubber, collecting 123 strikeouts. She has thrown 10, make it 11 complete games, and earned 5 saves. Her tenacity and grit will continue to carry her through many successes. Lexi graduated cum laude with a 3.62 GPA and a Bachelor of Science in Biology with an emphasis in pre-physical therapy. She is accompanied today by her parents, Scott and Brandy. Our next senior, Kaylee Dietrich. Sparky came to GCU as a versatile athlete who could play many positions. With experience at the corners, she saw time at first base earlier in her career, as well as her time behind the plate. She has been a mainstay at the catcher position her senior year after selflessly agreeing to play third base and first base her junior year. Sparky has one of the best arms in the conference and has shut down the running game for most teams. In her 4 seasons with the Lopes, Sparky's made 111 starts, collected 65 hits, 41 RBIs, and 8 home runs. She is a charming and vocal leader who works with all personalities on the mound as well as every umpire. Sparky graduated cum laude with a 3.65 GPA and a Bachelor of Science in Business Management. Future plans include a master's degree and a career as a firefighter. Sparky is accompanied by her parents, Scott and Christine. Our final senior, Kaylee Holland. Kaylee came to GCU as a strong utility player, having experience in the infield and at catcher. Her strong bat earned her time as DP during her freshman season. As she gained experience, she saw time behind the plate to keep her bat in the lineup and quickly became a favorite catcher. In her 4 seasons with GCU, Kaylee has appeared in 108 games, totaled 52 hits, 38 RBIs with 7 home runs. Holland's work ethic and commitment to detail not only helped her on the field, but in the classroom as well. Kaylee graduated magna cum laude with a 3.69 GPA and a Bachelor of Science in Justice Studies. Future plans include an internship with the Tempe Police Department as a crime analyst and attending graduate school. Kaylee is accompanied today by her parents, Kurt and Sabrina.
Take a seat, right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have it one more time for all of GCU softball seniors.
Aggressive. I know we meant all good intentions, so pull me closer.
Bellavia, Bishop, Coons, Dietrich, and Holland all honored here at GCU Softball Stadium here on Senior Day. The Lopes pick up a 4-2 victory over the Seattle Redhawks in large part because of their 5 seniors. Lexi Coons going 7 innings of work, picking up her 4th win. Christine Bellavia picking up 2 hits. Bishop picking up 2 hits and an RBI. Herself, Kaylee Dietrich, and Kaylee Holland each picking up hit in their final at-bats here at GCU Softball Stadium as the women will head up north to Seattle for the Western Athletic Conference Tournament starting on Thursday. That'll do it for us here at GCU Softball Stadium. From everybody here at GCU TV, I'm Jack O'Hara signing off for the final time here in 2021. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon, and as always, go Lopes.